Hi there, Commanders! GuardianE here with another Azur Lane video. We're of course in the midst of the light-chasing Sea of Stars event, a few days prior to the end of 2023, New Year's right around the corner. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a great holiday, soaking in a bit of R&R before, of course, we dive headfirst into the new year. And we just received batch 2 of the skins for the end of year celebration event. So you know already, we have to take a closer look, we have to pick some of these up, review, showcase what they've got, hand over the wallet to Akashi, all that good stuff. So let's get started, let's head on over there and see what they've got in store for us. It is going to be a medley of new Bunny Girl and Maid skins, of course. It's a batch of 7, got at least 3 live 2Ds in this batch, which is quite nice. So we are going to start right over here with Flandre. If love is a sin, thou art forgiven. She is a teary-eyed maid equipped with a broom that really seems a little too big for her there. Seems to have taken a bit of a tumble. She's sitting down in the kitchen area. I like the ornate detail of the headdress, the little Manjuu ornaments across the ribbons, the almost tiara-like pattern across the front. There's some dynamic lighting as the sunlight just streams in from the windows to the side there. It casts these shadows across Flandre and it highlights the wisps of her hair too. There's some really gorgeous shading there. She has a cute blush across her cheeks as she's trying to compose herself. The uniform itself, despite taking a tumble and the slovenly pose, looks pretty crisp and proper, as a maid should be, I suppose, and it is a nice addition to the cute little maid squad. So continuing right along, we have Felix Schultz, who is another PR ship that is getting a new skin. That's great. I think the latest PR batch all have new skins at this point, which is great to see. You love to see it. So Felix Schultz is in a maid outfit as well. She's kneeling underneath this desk in, candidly, a very suspicious way. She's wearing a mostly traditional uniform, the apron, the hat, filled with white ruffles all about. There are accents of that iron blood red across the outfit. You've got it on the sleeves and one layer of the skirt as well. She's wearing spiked cuffs and a choker, too, to add that signature edginess. Long violet twin tails have pooled at her side. She's wearing, again, that mischievous smile. Her horns are mostly integrated and hidden behind the headdress there. It does look like a number of the Manjuu around her are dazed and drunk, so I don't know if she just got all of the Manjuu drunk as a prank or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it is a cute skin overall. I don't know if it's just me, but Schultz definitely seems like she's up to no good down there. We gotta pull her out of there and have a talk. Now, Shimanto in the comfy dragon god looks fantastic while donning this maid outfit that seems to be a hybrid of Western and Eastern influence. It has those long, loose sleeves that dangle off of her arms, but also has the frilly apron and the headdress. Above her headpiece, there's long snow white hair that's draped across her dragon horns, creates this curtain of strands that angle down her sides. She's wearing a cute smile with rosy cheeks, peers at us with those rosé-colored eyes. I love that they've integrated her water powers as she draws liquid from the tea kettle in her lap. It just sort of hovers, suspended in the air hypnotically. The light dances off of the little baubles of water. Light streams in through the window to the side, but it's filtered through the lush forest, which gives it this bright viridian tone. And this creates some wonderful shading across the wrinkles in her apron and the marvelous swell of her fulsome chest that's strapped into that little top, secured by the halter design. As mentioned, the tea kettle is positioned on her lap, lucky tea kettle, and you can see the squish of her thighs underneath the stockings as we get a healthy dose of Zetai Ryoiki, and even a small peek of her backside from this low angle too. I think Shimanto is really successful as a maid costume. She looks really phenomenal here, really did a fantastic job with this static skin. So here's Janus with Don't Turn Off the Lights. Now I have to admit, this one honestly makes me laugh and a little concerned at the same time. The angle, the pose, the dramatic lighting from the street lamp creating these long, haunting shadows stretching across the stone path. I feel like there are perhaps these unintentionally threatening vibes and undertones to this. You know, Janus, she took a spill while delivering some plates, and she's slightly cowering as this viewpoint just kind of looms over her, and she looks up at us with these large aqua eyes filled with concern or maybe a mix of embarrassment, her soft blue bangs hanging to partially obscure her expression. It definitely makes me want to reach out and help her, like, immediately, escort her or carry her, wherever she needs to go. There are several black cats surrounding her. There's one even in, like, full maid regalia. I'm not sure if the implication is that the black cats gave her some bad luck, and that's why she fell. And I feel like that wouldn't be the case. I don't know, there's lots of mysteries and questions here, but at the end of the day, Janus does look cute in her maid outfit. The lighting really does make for an interesting composition at least, and it is well rendered and well put together. Alright, so along with the Batch 2 skin update, we did get 3 rental tickets to use, and we can rent the 3 live 2Ds of this batch. So we're going to start things off with Kazagumo here, Diligent Domestic Discipline, and check it out with the rental ticket. There we go. I'm doing lots of training, gardening, making tea, stuff like that. Here's an example. Do you want dinner, or a bath, or... I shouldn't practice that one? No. Kazagumo, you can go ahead and forget that one. We don't. That doesn't need to be part of your lesson. Okay, let's check out some of these animations. Log in. Welcome back, Master. I brought you hot tea. You saw pretty flowers in the garden. I raised them in my spare time, so I'm glad that you like them. Oh, so it zooms in on the actual pour, and then goes right to her expressions. She's very... Oh, a cute... There's a cute little sprite taking care of the garden. That's very sweet. And we get to zoom in on all of her cute expressions. Main screen 1. Yep, I've been waiting here. For whom? Come on, you know. Don't tease me. I like that the wind kind of blows the chimes, and she has just this sweet flush across her face. It also blows the little tufts of her hair as she is pouting. Main screen 2. Master, sit down. Here's your tea. You'll feel warm and happy after drinking it? Thank you. She gives us a little confident wink. I like it. And then she kind of like presses her fingers to her face in a very dreamy way. Main screen 3. Play a song alongside the wind chimes. That may be hard, but if you want to hear it, then I'll try. Don't make fun of me, though. Normal touch. Master, if you ever get lonely, just let me know. I know just what to do about it. Hee, I think you and I are thinking the same thing. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, Kazagumo? Oh, she's kind of pressing her fingertips together a little bit. Special touch. Master, today is a good day, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean, Kazagumo. I don't know what you mean. Head pat. I'm not a pet, so don't treat me like one. I mean, it's hard not to, I think she's like primed for head pats with the little hat and the little sort of feathered winged hair that she has on either side. It's quite cute. Mission reminder, missions. We'll do them together, Master. Yep. She kind of like raises her fist in determination. Very nice. Mission complete. Mission complete. Wonder if I'll get a reward for my efforts. Gives us a little wink. Okay. Mail reminder. I put your mail right here, Master. She's got the envelope. It floats in. Did it just literally float in from... Okay, it floated in from up there. So she grabs it, puts it to the side for us. Commission complete. The commission team is back. I wonder what they brought. Seems very pensive. Return to port. Master, welcome back. You may choose piping hot tea or a shoulder massage. You don't need anything? Okay, well, we could always just chat. So I like that little introduction where she kind of walks in a little bit and then kneels herself there. It does zoom in, so you get a better look at her expressions, too. It's very, very cute. Alright, so testing things out, so far I've been able to identify 2 interactions with Kazagumo's skin. So you can tap the teacup that she's holding, and she'll actually take a swig from it. And then she has this little glow afterwards, as she's enjoying the tea and the flavor. And if you tap the little Manjuu on top of her head here, on top of the hat, she actually pulls out a piece of mochi. And it looks like she takes a bite of the mochi and enjoys it, which is very cute. If you identified any other interactions that I may have missed, let me know in the comments below, and I will add it to a pinned comment so that others can see it. So this new live 2D for Kazagumo is just very peaceful. She's kneeling at the front of this sliding door, sipping some tea, enjoying the fall breeze. There's this contemplative expression across her youthful features. It feels very cozy, with warm and soft colors permeating the entire piece. Her outfit is more traditionally Japanese, with the ribbons and the front closure. It has the traditional black and white, but there's also these flashes of gold and ochre built in, reminiscent of the ginkgo leaves in her default outfit. I like the cute little mini Manjuu on the top of her hat. You've got the short winged hair spread on either side of her head, too. The rest of her feathered hair is tied into braided loops, very cute. And there are, of course, some violet flowers pressed into her skirt and dotting her hair as well. Very serene and wholesome scene, and one that reminds us to take some time and enjoy the little things in life. So for the next live 2D, we've got Kearsarge with All Night Charge, and I am definitely picking this one up. Let's go ahead and secure her here. I am now the hybrid idealization, given flesh and blood, wearing a suit designed with my performance for you in mind. I am ready to receive orders at any time. So it's specifically designed to appeal to me. Yes, please, thank you. Alright, so since I don't actually have Kearsarge totally limit broken at this point, I can't view and pick all of the different animations from the archive. So we're just going to have to do it a little bit more old school here by tapping through and going through them together with ourselves. But even clicking and dragging, she actually has a lot of like movement and shifting that she does based on, you know, where you position your finger and as she follows your finger across the screen. So that's actually pretty nice to see that she's fairly limber in her just her general movement. So let's tap through some of these animations, confirming rise in vital signs, heart rate, pulse, body temp, and is this what they call a state of arousal? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right on the money. She's got that cute flush across her face, too, runs her fingers up her leg, stands, covers her face just a little bit there as she strikes a pose. Very, very nice. Lifts the leg, too. This pole was originally installed to suit your needs in all kinds of scenarios. Naturally, this performance will go perfectly. And then she runs her finger up her thigh, too. Pulls her leg or her heel up. Oh, man. Oh, right, I'm still in the middle of my pop-up performance. Have you been watching me, Commander? Let me show you some of the moves New Jersey taught me. Oh, she kind of lifts her arm, too. Get a little view of her underarms as she lifts her arms over her head. Soft flush. I missed what she said, though. Oh, here we go. I even made a few original modifications based on the data from your reactions. So she learned from New Jersey, and then she made enhancements and modifications to her movements based on what we like, apparently. Okay, alright. Alright, so we'll give her a little head pat here. What are you doing? Oh, she gives herself a little bunny ears with her hands. Very cute. And again, lifts her arms over her head a bit, pulls her leg up. I just look at the physics and the movement of her chest. It's just so impressive how they shift around in there. It's just... And then special touch, confirming activation of contact circuit. You could increase the contact area for greater efficiency. Oh, she's getting tied up. And then she's leaning her backside up against the pole as she bends over. Are you... My god. Okay, we're gonna watch that again. She puts a finger to her lips and then runs a finger up her hip. She gets tied up and arms pulled up as she just bends over and leans back. That is masterful. Alright, so unfortunately, similar to Laffy 2, we're going to have to run through some of these animations through the camera mode and actually cycle through the animations here, just because I unfortunately don't have them all unlocked in the archive. But hopefully we do get the vast majority of them here. I think we've seen all of the main menu animations. Alright, so mission tips, it looks like she puts her hands together and then puts one down by her hip, other one over to her face. I like the little sparkle that appears in her forehead as she rubs her temples a little bit. Alright, commission. Oh, she like crosses her fingers over her lips a little bit. Alright. Just all of these little subtle movements and undulations with her body. Alright, so mail tips. Oh, she pulls out like a little projection ball with the mail inside of it. That's really cool. Hey, alright. Alright, we're gonna do login. Okay, alright, camera panning up the stage. The heels, those legs, that backside, that waist. I just look at the movement, the substantial bust, that sweet expression. Alright, return to port. It zooms right in on her body. Softly pans down. Little bunny tail. Focuses on the heel. Lots of little detail on the bottom of the heel, too. And then back to her face. Very nice. Okay, so as far as interactions go, I haven't found any direct interactions with her outfit or anything like that, specifically. But you are able to open an entire control panel by tapping a certain part of the scene. So it has to be behind the pole in the staircase, so in this little gap over here. And then she just summons this this projection ball. And in addition to the projection ball being here, these cables drop down from the ceiling. So you can actually connect these cables to her back, which opens up and enables this UI system. So these three little panels pop up that lets you fully customize Kearsarge's look. So the upper right panel up here, the little ball, you can shift it around to actually change the shade of color of her stockings, which is really sweet. I mean, you can effectively make them pretty much naked except for the fishnets by moving them all the way up here. The little slider at the bottom of this one actually changes her expression. You can actually make her pretty angry with the stormy eyes, or move it all the way up here to the heart pupils, so just anything in between, that is great. Now the panel on the lower right here, if you lift them up, it actually adds, and you can see it better if I make her stockings darker, but if you drag up, it actually creates tears in the stockings too. So any different level of tearing to your heart desires that you'd like to have, you can just set it to that so that she has it going forward. So above the little stocking tearing bars that are here, there are actually two buttons, and each of these buttons toggles a different option. So the left one will actually remove her heel. Just pop it off and on, like that. And the button on the right will actually swap her bunny ears and cottontail for cat ears and a cat tail. So if you prefer cat girls over bunny girls or vice versa, you have the option of swapping it here. And if you just want to mix it up every now and again, this is your opportunity to do so, which is really cool. The panel on the left here is a pose selector. So you can see the little number 1 down here. If you click and drag, it's actually a wheel, so you can select between 1 and 5 different poses. Whenever you choose the pose, we'll just go with number 1 here. You press the palm here, and then it'll activate, the bar will fill up, and then it zooms in, and she goes into a different pose. So this is her in sort of like a cat pose. You can see this little translucent bar that appears. You can actually drag it up and down to move the UI out of the way, so you can actually admire the view up close, and then swipe down to bring the UI back. And if you want her to just reset her pose to default, you just have to tap her, and then she'll go back to the default pose. But yeah, you can select between 5 different poses here. The second one is her seated here on stage, like so. So it's a nice little close-up of her upper body and the backside here. Very, very nice. Number 3 here. Go ahead, actually ties her up a little bit, ties her at her wrists up here, and then if we zoom in or remove the UI, you can get a better view. And then pose number 4 here is also utilizing the ties, but zooming in, dynamic angle, ties them over her head, raises her arms too, all at the same time. And that translucent green bar is over here to the right. I can just swipe up, remove the UI, really just revel in the eye candy here, and just enjoy. And then once again, tap her to revert back. And then the 5th and final pose that's available, we'll pull it up here. So this is again going to incorporate so she's bent over, her arms are restrained in front of her, and she's just kind of looking back. And once again, we can just swipe up here on the translucent bar and just get an eyeful of all of those heavenly curves. So the sheer customization options that are available here are kind of crazy. There's just so much you can do. It's so impressive what they've incorporated in here, and yeah, it's amazing. It's really amazing. So overall, Kearsarge looks positively delectable, squeezed into this sleek bunny girl outfit. The skin is just a sensory overload of vibrant and lush colors as it combines this high-tech, flashy neon aesthetic with a nightclub appeal. It's perfectly fitting for Kearsarge, and she looks right at home performing on stage at the bottom of this extravagant glass spiral staircase. Locks of her gorgeous silver hair tumble down her shoulders into these luxurious, voluminous curls, accented and highlighted with cyan. Her side pose lets us drink in all the angles and sights that Kearsarge has to offer, from her beautiful soft facial features, substantial bust line, slender waist, meaty backside, and long, sultry legs. She looks phenomenal with graceful movements and an utterly stunning physique with an impeccable bodyline. The slick, glossy look of the purple accenting the outfit is a flawless match for her eyes, and the setting. We're treated to an eyeful of her spectacular bust line as it's barely contained by the shiny flaps of cloth. Fishnets sink into the supple flesh of her gorgeous legs to enhance their silky softness. The charcoal palette of the stockings creates a nice visual contrast with her creamy smooth skin, but of course you can opt for a torn or almost a stockingless option as well, which just adds so much fun variety to the skin. All that customization, of course, can be done through that futuristic control panel that's available, which is just really fitting for a somewhat robotic Kearsarge to have those toggles and those options to manipulate mood and expression. All these different options to the skin just really brings it to this exemplary level of quality and depth. There's something just very alluring, very charming about the typically stone-faced demeanor of Kearsarge just crumbling and turning into heart pupils instead, as, you know, she strikes a cute pose and everything. Truly a masterful execution with this skin, a must-have through and through. Love the design, love the animations, love the colors, love the execution. I think it just all comes together, and it's easily worth the gems. Alright, well, last but certainly not least, we have Hindenburg with Delirious Duel, and I am 100% picking this one up. Let's go ahead and grab it here. It's just the two of us now, Contract Binder. Come, play a game with me and immerse yourself in the pleasures this place offers. The loser of this game, of course, must accept a punishment tonight. Ooh. Alright, let's check out some of these animations. Won't you drink too, Contract Binder? Right here. Hee, come on over. Oh, just kind of like drizzles it on her a little bit and then does a little wiggle to amplify the movement there. Very nice. This card, you dropped it earlier when you were shuffling the deck. Use your hand and take it yourself. Oh man, Hindenburg. Oh, she just props them up with her arm too? Oh, my goodness. Drunk, you say? I'm certainly not. Leans back. I don't get drunk when I'm with you. Now go on. Show me what you're really like when you're at your wit's end. Just does a little tease where she runs her finger over her leg. Oh, she's got the tail out, okay, and pops the cork on the bottle in front of us too. Wonder if that's an interaction point. The bottle here. If this is anything at all. Maybe not. I'm not seeing anything. Hee, why so stressed? The game isn't over yet. Runs her fingers up her thigh. And kind of shifts around a little bit on the couch too. Does the little chest prop with her arm. Do a little head pat here. You touched my horn, Contract Binder. You meant to touch my bunny ears, you say. Again with the lame excuses. Just hold still and accept your punishment. She makes a little fist. I wonder what we're in for. And then it looks like she just runs her fingers down her cheek a little bit. And then special touch. Are you satisfied now? Mm-hmm. Don't celebrate prematurely. Oh, the blindfold comes out. If you want to seize the lead, now is the time. This game will not end until I've grown bored of it. Does a little bounce there. Oh, we're going in. Oh, look at the view. Look, the alternate view, the underside view from her lap. And we're getting a little puff there too with the heart showing up. Very nice. Yeah, the blindfold just kind of appears out of nowhere. Alright, so mission tip. She just kind of eyes her glass a little bit. And then takes a sip from it here. Mission complete. Oh, it looks like she fans out the deck here. Okay. Looks like she has a full house? I can't actually see from here. Got commission here. And then she's just pointing on over. Okay. And mail tips. So the tail is whipping around and pulls the envelope out. There we go, okay. Log in, and we're closing in on a butterfly, just kind of fluttering down. Gonna land on the cards, okay. And then, oh, she's got the blindfold on already, and the card just slips right in there. She gives us a little tease, sticks her tongue out, she falls down, and then the cards come flying up. And return. Looks like there's a little bit of a raucous behavior on this couch. Okay, she slips off the heels, lies back and lounges a little bit. Get the camera pan up the full figure, very nice. And then the fan of cards as well, okay. Okay, so Hindenburg looks positively ravishing in this Bunny Girl Live 2D. She's curled up on the couch in this sublime-looking outfit. It has this feel of an after-hours cocktail or rendezvous in a high-roller club room. It has this beautiful and classic old-world appeal and refinement to the setting. Her hair is just this glossy blood crimson that's striking and alluring. Her eyes this devilish red that just easily captivates the hearts of any potential customers. Her jaw-dropping proportions are nearly spilling out of the tight fit of the top as it buckles under the impressive volume and weight of her voluptuous curves. Crazy contours on display, just highlighted further by the tight fit of the costume. It really does hug her bodyline. The impression of her navel can be seen through the cloth. Just incredible shading across the slopes and shapeliness of her buttery smooth skin. There is this lovely contrast between the shiny black material and the silky fabric of the stockings. They stretch across and add a velvety texture to her lovely thighs. So she certainly seems primed and ready to play some games with us, tucking that playing card deep within the cavernous valley of her sublime cleavage. She pours that celebratory glass of champagne across her impressive bust as well, surely enhancing the flavor. And we have the honor of getting up close and personal with Hindenburg here in a variety of animations, or we can actually go right on her lap too. I mean, this one is really a no-brainer pickup. It's an absolute must-buy from this set. I really could not hit the buy button fast enough. Alright, so in terms of interactions, I've been able to identify 2 sets of interactions. So one, you can actually click and drag on her lower leg to tear the stockings a little bit. And then the other is by tapping the turntable in the back. The front of the turntable actually enables a little mini game where she fans out some cards in front of you, and you can pick a card to get different behavior. So the blank card, she just kind of shakes her head. We can go through these. It is randomized, so, and I don't think, unlike Laffy, where you can see her expression, I don't think there's any reads on Hindenburg on what the card actually is. So that's the heart one. So she actually just gives us a little smile and a tease with a wink, and she sticks her tongue out too. And then the other one, let's see if we can get it here, is, okay, yeah, the spades. So this is where, I haven't seen this one. This is where you get pulled up and in her lap. Oh, okay, alright. So yeah, these are random, so I guess there might be one more that I've not seen yet, based on that. I guess if I just keep grabbing the center card, eventually it will be one that we want. I mean, it is completely random, at least as far as I can tell. Again, if there is a tell or something, I do like that they made a minigame out of this. I think it's really cool. I wish it wasn't completely random, because it does feel like that. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not noticing a pattern, but again, I just started, like, I just got a new animation, like I said, for the first time doing this while I was recording again. So I don't know. There might be some sort of way to play this to your win, some angle to get the right answer. I don't know, but yeah. So I've only seen those 4. I've been going through this for a little bit here. Blank being the loss, basically, where she shakes her head. The heart, where she does the little teasing wink. This one, where she grabs it with her tail. And then I guess the win, which is where you get a little lap service. So if there is a 5th, let me know, but at least so far, it doesn't seem like it's that easy to get. If that's the case, it is hard to get, I think, the specific animation that you're looking for just randomly. Alright, so that is what we're going to call it with our skin review, skin overview, skin showcase of Batch 2 for the Light Chasing Sea of Stars event, the Bunny Girls and the Maids Part 2, basically, before the end of the year. Let me know down below which skin was your favorite, which ones you ended up picking up from this set. Let me know how your grind is going so far. We are going to put out a wrap-up video for the event a couple of days prior to the end, just to kind of showcase the final tally and how our daily pulls went, all that good stuff. So, of course, if you are interested in that, please be sure to subscribe so you get notified when that goes live. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more Azur Lane content. We thank you all so much for watching, for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those waters.